Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Tonight is Divine Insights, and tonight we're going to be pulling cards for people, Spirit Oracle Angel cards. We have lots of decks to choose from tonight, and so thank you all for joining me, and both live and on the replay. So if you would like to make a comment somewhere in the comments, please write replay if you're watching the replay. So welcome tonight. It is the week of 2/22/22, which I thought was really cool. I don't know enough about the vibration of numbers, but I know that a lot of people posted some really cool pictures and did some really cool stuff this week. So I wanted to go through a few of the decks that I have here tonight, and so we have Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. This deck is really great for any type of healing, but especially physical healing. I always reach for this when I am dealing with some type of physical wellness issue. I really love the imagery of the wings and the divine energy flowing through the staff and the wings. And so I love that because I'm a chiropractor and do a bunch of different types of healing, like acupuncture and nutrition and metaphysical healing. And so I love that because that's my definition of healing, is the flow of the divine through our chakras, through the alignment of our cells, through our vertebrae. And so I love this image. It represents kind of why my work is so sacred to my heart. So we have the wings, and we have the crystal deck. I really like this deck. It is really high vibration. So I love the color. It's a really great general use deck. So for those of you that are interested in learning how to do this, I recommend getting. This is one of the kind of the tried and true decks that I love the most. I use this a lot. This is another one of my favorites, the Goddess Power deck. I use this a lot. All of the cards come with a booklet, and so that booklet has all kinds of really cool, like kind of different types of spiritual perspectives on the card that you pull. And for this deck, whenever I'm just stuck in my own thinking or whatever it might be, whenever I pull a card and then read the little book passage, I always gain some type of spiritual insight from this deck. So I really like that deck, and it reminds me that how powerful I really am, even though if I don't think I'm powerful in that moment. And so that's a wonderful deck. This is a new deck, so I'm excited to have a new deck. If you are here watching, please say hello. I can't see your name or who's here. So please, if you feel guided, let me know who's watching. I'd love to say hello to you personally. This is one of my new decks, actually. It's a Native American Oracle deck. And this is actually really interesting because these cards don't have words on them. They only have pictures. And in all the decks I've ever had, I thought that was really interesting that it only has pictures and no words. So I thought that was kind of cool and also a little challenging. I'm used to having cards with words on them, but this is my two new decks this month, or this week rather. This is a Native American Oracle card deck. And then we also have another kind of the same kind of flavor of that type of deck. This is another new deck. This is called the mystical. Let's see if you can see it with the light. Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and this is a pretty good deck. I love this imagery with the third eye. I love that because it's represents intuitive insight. What else we have? So if anybody would like a card, as I ramble on, please stop me and I will pull a card for you. This is another really good general use deck. I love the imagery of the Reiki coming out of the little angel's hands. That's a wonderful reminder. And not only that, the power of our angel all around. I also like the swirl of the divine energy, or the swirl of the divine energy around the angel, which is also a great reminder to me of just how surrounded we are by our spirit guides and angels and our spirit helpers. But I really like this deck also because it has, I love the imagery of the cards on the cards. And so I really love that. It shows like the power of Reiki. And for those of you who haven't experienced Reiki, it really is a really phenomenal healing modality. And I'm really based in science and rigor and research. And so, I was kind of a little skeptical in the beginning, but I've had many Reiki treatments, both from Reverend Kimberly and other people. And they're phenomenal. And so I'm a big believer in it. It helps to really align our chakras and to decrease our overall stress levels too, our nervous system. Hello, yay, Eileen! I'm so glad you're here. Yes, I love Reiki too. It is such a powerful healing modality. It really does help. Hello, Kimberly. Sure, Kimberly. Thank you for asking. What deck would you like? Did you see a deck that you like so far? We have the green one, the healing deck, the angel therapy deck, the crystal angel deck, the goddess power. Kimberly, do you have a preference? Or just pick one? Should I just pick one for you? I'm going to, and then there's this one. I feel guided to pick one from here. This is one of my new decks. So if you'd like a different deck, let me know. I also have Angel Answers, which is a really nice, this one. All right, good. Welcome, welcome. Kimberly, how did you hear of Divine Insights? Are you part of Unity of Gulfport? Are you local? How did you find us today? Thank you for the heart, whoever pushed the little heart thing. All right, so Kimberly, let's see. So I'm hearing a 3 and a 6. So how my gift works? Oh, Facebook. All right, very cool. Are you local? Unity of Gulfport is a wonderful community. If you are looking for a spiritual community, we meet at the rec center in the back left room, the Gulfport Rec Center, and it's just a wonderful group of heart-based people. So if you're looking for a spiritual community, feel free to join us. 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. Okay. So I'm on my kind of psychic movie screen that I have on the front part of my brain. I'm seeing a 3 and a 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is interesting because when I touched it, so the first one is the Smoky Mirror. And if you look at that little guy on there, he's kind of like deep in thought. And when I first tapped into your energy field, it felt like your mind was heavy thinking about something. And so the intuitive message around that is to not get stuck in your own muck. And that's really audibly what I just heard the words, or audibly what I heard from my clairaudience gift. So there's clairvoyance, which is the little movie screen or what you see, and then clairaudience. And so what I heard was tell her not to get stuck in her own muck. So sometimes when we're thinking and we're overthinking and we're feeling sad about it, or we're rehashing something over and over, I tend to do this way too much, it just muddles us. It like decreases our joy vibration, and it's like too heady. I call it, when I'm doing it, I say like I'm too heady, kind of stuck in my head too much. And so they're emphasizing breath. So when I said those words, I saw the image of somebody taking like a deep breath in and just being in the body, out of the head, breathing in the divine, being present in the moment. And that's really emphasized. So I feel like one of the ways to kind of get out of your head is to really be present. And so what are ways? I used to, before I injured my knee recently. I love to exercise for that reason. It's one of my connections to the divine and spirit, but movement is my way of doing it. Breath work, meditation, anything where like you're really engaged in the now. I've tried yoga. I'm terrible at yoga, but that kind of idea. Let's see what the other one says. The sweat lodge, but okay. So there's a sweat lodge. But look at the imagery on the card, and you see how it's kind of like that little soul there is kind of meandering and kind of finding itself and walking along, and really like I feel that might be a time period in your life. And so, you're in Sarasota. Well, welcome. That's a little bit of a drive, but you're certainly welcome any Sunday. It's a wonderful group. I think maybe we're like 40 minutes from you, maybe 45. But if you look at the card, it's like the person is a little bit lost and they're seeking, right? And that time period in life is, we all go through it in some way. No, there's nobody here that is always like clear on their direction and, like straight up, I've gotten maybe a little better over the years, but I feel like you're seeking and you're thinking a lot. And so the message around the seeking card or that meandering kind of soul is that let the answers come to you. Don't force the answers. That's what I'm hearing.
That when we if you don't know the answer,
whatever it is, that's okay for the day. Like, just let it come to you. They're saying, let the answers come. And I've gotten a little wiser in my older years so that when I can't intuitively hear the answer, I won't make a decision. And sometimes that can be frustrating because there have been plenty of times, especially recently, when I really wanted the answer to come, but it just wasn't time for the answer to be there. And so that's what the guidance is around the little meandering card, to kind of like embrace the soul wandering right now. You're going to learn a lot about yourself in this process, and that the answers will come. There also, I'm hearing that journaling would really help you, especially when you have some questions about life in general or your next steps. But yeah, it might not feel comfortable either. It might not be like I don't feel that you're necessarily comfortable in this space, but that it's okay. Just let it come, the answers. Yay, Kimberly. I'm so glad you thought so. I'm glad. It's sometimes a little bit different than when I am in front of people doing it virtually. But the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo is March 22nd. And so I'll be doing readings there live, and it takes place at the Gulfport Casino. And so, and I'll also be speaking. I think I'm going to speak again about heart metaphysics and grief. And so, not grief, but like the process of, feeling and healing emotionally. So anyway, you're certainly welcome to come. And we'd love to have you at the Unity of Gulfport. Let me put this back. When I'm in this space, I'm so not left-brained. So I just lose all my cards. So I have to be extra organized, or else I lose the cards. All right. All right, Eileen. So, as part of the energetic exchange, possibly, if you would feel guided to make a donation, all donations go to the Unity of Gulfport, and there's PayPal is unityofgulfport@gmail.com, and then Venmo is @unityofgulfport. So, but your presence is certainly a gift to me tonight too. All right, Eileen, do you have a deck that you would like that you feel guided to? All right, so Angel Ancestors. Which ones was that? We have Angel Answers. Was that it, Eileen? We have the Goddess Power deck. I feel it's coming from that deck. I don't know why, but the Ancestor. I don't have an Ancestor deck. Maybe I said it. Let's see, Eileen, Angel Ancestors. I don't know which one you're talking about. Let me see. And Eileen, can you tell me which deck that you would like to answers? All right. I love this deck. It's a very happy, simple deck. I often use this deck when I'm running out the door, or I don't really feel like going real deep, because it's quick and easy, and it gives me spiritual reassurance, even if I'm busy and I just need to run. So good to see you, Eileen. Thank you for coming. So I'm seeing a 1, a 6, a 13, and a 17. So let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. No, I see a 17. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 23 is your power card. Okay. Ooh, compromise. Ooh. I like the symbol of the two even things, but look at the light in the background. So if you're encountering any type of not power struggle, but like something where two people are not agreeing totally on the answer, that they're just saying to remind you to just listen to the other person. Just, even if you think you're right, whatever it might be, to just listen and just be present for the listening process. You don't have to agree with them, but that there's some type of gift in the listening. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe it means something to you. And success. You are such a powerhouse, Eileen. When I watched you speak at the BNI group, I was like, wow, you held the audience so well, and you connected so well. So I feel your next venture is going to be filled with a lot of successful spiritual energy. And so know that there's a lot of spiritual momentum behind whatever you're building next. And you really are really good at building community. I watch you and all the different things that you're doing. And so you really have that knack of pulling people together into community and togetherness. So I was really impressed by that. I feel that they're saying a year from now. And so when I touched this card, it really felt like whatever area you're feeling a little bit unsettled in, I feel like in a year, everything's just going to like even out, and you're just going to feel exceptionally grounded in your space, in your interactions with people. Like there's an exceptional level of like coming into one's own. That's how it feels. Like strong spiritually, emotionally, and like your spiritual power will then even be able, even more. So feeling dissettled in certain areas currently, know that it's going to even out, and that in a year, you're just going to feel so much grounded. And in that groundedness, you're going to even be able to spiritually serve and express the world with your gifts even more. It says no is the thing. And so I feel this involves something involving like a trip or somewhere that's outside of St. Pete, something that you're going to do potentially outside of St. Pete or outside of what you would normally do. And it's not necessarily a no, like don't do it. It's just not now. I feel like it's not now. And so whatever that might be, I feel like it's something out of your comfort zone, but it doesn't feel like it's close to your house or it's Gulfport. I feel potentially that it was something outside of that. And they're saying, no, don't do that right now. Your energies need to be here more so. And or if that opportunity comes up and you're iffy on it, don't do it. So something, whatever is outside of here that you were thinking about doing, potentially wait. That's what that means. And so any questions on that? I hope that's helpful. Oh, you're super welcome, Eileen. I super enjoyed seeing you the other day. It was a lovely conversation we had. Okay, who's next? Let's see. I'm glad, Eileen. I'm so glad. Glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. You have a couple people on tonight. I don't think I posted. I didn't really advertise it well. I'm getting a little better on letting people know that this is going on. Let's see. What else? Anybody want another card? Would anybody like a card? I see 3 people on. I know there's other. I can only see a certain number of people. And so if anybody would like another card, let's see. Let's see. Or we can talk about something else. We could talk about a spiritual topic or a metaphysical topic. I think I'm going to talk about how to use the Angel Intuitive cards when you're new, or like what are the different ways? Because there's a lot of different ways to use the deck. And if anybody would like another card pull or want an intuitive question answered, I can do that too. So we have plenty of time tonight, and we have some space. So feel free to ask for another card or ask about a question or whatever it might be. So this deck, I don't often use Keepers of the Light. So I think I'm going to pull one of these for myself tonight. Let's see. Let me see the little. I'm still learning. I'm still learning StreamYard. So let's see. So I'm seeing on my little psychic movie screen the number 17. So 17, and I'm hearing 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, what a good card. Call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Oh, this is a good card for me to get. Call to action. So there's a book that I've been meaning to write, and I just keep procrastinating on it. And I know I'm supposed to have it finished in the next couple months. Call to action. That's really what I've really been in that mode lately, is really like following through on my word, taking actions, especially my word to myself. Really stepping up and rather than thinking too much, really going into action. So I love when I get a card that's so in alignment with the moment. And then the other one, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. I tend to not do this enough. So that's probably, and I love the little staff there. Isn't that cool? That's a little medical staff. I don't know the history behind, I should because I'm a doctor, or a chiropractic doctor, but I don't know the history behind that little staff. I should really look that up because I don't know enough about that. So, but yeah, I like that open communication. I'm really big on communication and being very direct, which has served me well and then sometimes has not served me well, but I'd rather be direct than not. So let's see. So when we are, when I have a deck in the beginning, because I didn't know how strong my intuitive gifts were until many situations happened. I had a couple brain injuries and a lot of other things. I knew I had some of it, but that kind of helped refine them some over time. But when I began with cards, I would just shuffle them until I felt the guided nudge to stop. Then I would stop and read the card. That's kind of the first way that I did it. Another way that you can do it is you can spread the cards out and then look at them and see which card that you are drawn to. And that's another way of interacting with the cards. And that's kind of the easiest way. That's what my little niece was doing. I was teaching my little niece how to read cards, and that's how she was drawn to start. She would spread them out, and then she would pick one and hand it to me. And so, what are the other ways? Some people will spread them out, and they'll actually feel the cards, the vibration of the cards, which that's a really cool way of doing it too. And there are many different ways. People like to put them in certain patterns that represent your past, present, and future. The way that I pull cards is it just kind of uniquely came to me one day. And that's, like I said, because I'm at that level where I can see the number either. I have like a little screen on the front part of my brain that I can see little movie clips or images. And so it kind of developed where now I can see the number, and that's the sequence of number that I pull, or I'll hear it. So, but that's one way. I'm trying to think of other ways that people do this. Yeah, that's usually the most common. Or they'll have people just shuffle. I've seen people do that too, where people will just shuffle and they will pull the first three cards or something like that. They'll do it that way. And the theory is that when people shuffle the cards, they put their energy into the, hi, Shane, thanks for coming. I was just talking to Shane on the phone. Thanks for coming. Let me know if you want a card. I have all different types of decks. And so that's one of the ways that you can pull cards is to just shuffle them. And then whatever is on the top of the deck, you can just pull for yourself and pull a couple. Or I usually pull 4 or 5. And when people are sitting in front of me doing that, sometimes it'll be 3. For myself, all right, Shane. All right, so Shane wants a card. We have Native American Oracle cards. We have Archangel Raphael Healing. We have Angel Therapy Oracle. We have Goddess Power. We have Crystal Angel deck. We have Native Spirit Oracle deck. It has a lot of cool, like Indian tools, kind of. We have Angel Answers. Do you have a preference, Shane? What deck you'd like? Let's see. Yes, please. Okay, which one? Which one would you like? What deck? Did you see one you liked? Then there's this Oracle one, or Mystical Shaman Oracle. Okay, so which one? Goddess. All right. I love this deck. This is one of my favorite decks. All right, hold on a second. Let me put these cards away because I always forget to put them away, and then I have all these little piles of open little decks. All right. Okay. Write that book. No typo. I love it, Eileen. Thank you. I thank you. That's what it was for. Thank you very much for my motivation to do that. It was cute. So I'm gonna write some more tonight. Thank you, Eileen, for being here and for encouraging me onward with that goal. All right, Goddess deck. All right, so I'm here seeing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The Sun. So when I touched this card, what I saw was the image of the sun shining into your brain. And what that meant was that the message around, the message around that was don't get stuck in the dark. Be very careful of how your mind talks to you, treats you. Be extra aware of how your thoughts are darker than they should be, and really focus on finding some type of light in your thoughts and in the information or the things that you're putting into your mind. So I personally have to be really careful about this type of thing because my brain is naturally negative. And so that's not always a wonderful thing when your brain is a little more negative than it should be. And so I have to work really hard at keeping my mind positive. So in the morning, I have like good morning songs. I have certain beats. I have imagery or pictures all up. I read affirmation, or I listen to affirmations, and I pull a lot of cards, and that helps me kind of put me in a more positive place. So communication. I feel that you have really good people in your life, but they don't hear from you enough. And that's what, when I touched this card, that's what I heard. Reach out to your people. Even people you think you haven't talked to in even 6 months. Reach out to people that you really love, or that your heart really has great affection for. Because people just get busy and not take offense. I love this card. I'm very close to the Mother Mary in general. It's a very sacred deity for me. But this is a reminder to not underestimate the power of the divine and the miracles that can walk into your life. Because I know when I get hurt, or when I don't know, when I stumble, or you know what I mean? Like, just I can get negative and I'm like, oh, it's always going to be like this, and screw this, and da-da-da-da sometimes. But that reminder is to really believe in what the universe is capable of giving to you and your life and your heart. Like, don't forget the power of the divine, because it far surpasses what our mind can comprehend. I hope that's helpful, Shane. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you in person soon. Does anybody have a question, even an intuitive question? I'll be happy to do those tonight even. Or I can pull another card, or I can just keep talking. So let's see. Yay, Shane, I'm so glad. Yay. I'm so glad. The cards have always been very, very helpful to me, especially when I've been most stuck in non-hope. Whenever I've just been not in a spiritual faith mindset, the cards always have helped me stay really present with this, like, spirit, to be in more spirit mind than human mind. And that has been a real gift, because my mind can really get negative sometimes, or especially in my past when there wasn't a lot of hope around me. So they've really helped me a lot. Let's see what else. I think I'm going to pull a collective card for us for the week. So I'm guided for this deck. Actually, we're going to pull 2 cards. We're going to do 7 and 16. Let's see. 7 and 16. 1, 2, 3. 15 and 16. This is a collective card for all of us. Sun, fun, friends, and the divine. That's right. Sun, friends, and the divine. That's great. I love that. Sun. I'm gonna use that this weekend. I need to get to the beach tomorrow. I was at the beach yesterday, but I wasn't feeling it. I played a couple songs by the ocean, but I just was not feeling it. But I was there. I got to my favorite place. And then I went to go watch, a friend of mine does a puppet singing act, and so I started an open mic. But, all right, so the first card for a collective card for all of us. Ooh, I like this card. This is one of my favorite cards. It says divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. I love that. Oh my gosh. I had a spirit thing happen in my kitchen the other day. So my dad just passed, and he's been gone for about, so this is the 17th. So he's been gone for about 2 months, 2.5 months now. And I'm in the kitchen. There's no wind. There's no real fans going on. And literally there's a Ziploc bag on the floor, and I see the Ziploc bag do this by itself. There's no wind. And I'm like, huh. I was kind of pretending in my mind I didn't see it, but let's see. Somebody just texted me about Unity Golf Course stuff. All right, so it's divine intervention. Like, do not forget that we all have angel helpers, and they are so powerful. They are powerful. Where's Cuddles? And Cuddles. Don't forget Cuddles, boy. No, she was nowhere to be found. But that plastic bag did this. Right across, like literally, like I'd say like a good 2.5 feet. No, I've never seen anything like that. So they're around here. Old Cuddles used to actually play with angels in the hallway, and she doesn't play, but she'd play at like 1 o'clock in the morning with something in the hallway all the time, and it wasn't me. So I always found that interesting. But it says God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. I like that because sometimes I forget the power that prayer has, not just on our lives, but on our consciousness. And I always feel that that's really of value. So the second one, progress, not perfection. Oh, that's a good one. Progress, not perfection. I can get stuck into the whole perfection thing a little bit too much. And yeah, it really is just about taking action and committing to those little bitty baby steps. And so I've been, a few people have bought my book lately. I wrote The Joy Matrix. And that was a lesson in that experience of progress, not perfection, was writing that book. Because I every day I wanted to throw it away. And then, I mean, when people read it, they really love the book. So, and it was a part of my heart and soul that went into that book. And so I like that because sometimes I can get stuck in that perfectionistic thinking. And so that's a great card for this week for all of us. Progress, not perfection. Because I think perfection is unattainable and, of course, ridiculous. So, and I like the imagery on the card because the two angels are they're holding this bright ball of light. And I think if we could just step into the joy of the doing and the process and just step away from the actual achievement of it, I think that we'd be happier overall and we'd get a lot more done. A lot of cool stuff would be created. So I will be playing and singing 2 songs on Sunday at the Unity of Gulfport. I'm super excited. It's Jewel. So I have 2. It's going to be 2 Jewel songs, 2 of my favorite songs, Hands and Life Uncommon. And so I'm super excited about it. So would anybody else like a card or like to talk about a topic or anything like that? So yeah, Cuddles is my divine little friend, my 22-year-old kitty. So let's see what else. Let's see. I'm gonna pull another card since nobody's asking for a card. Would anybody like another card? Or if you have an intuitive question, I'll be open to those tonight too. So does anybody have a card or an intuitive question? I like the energy of this deck because it really is about female empowerment. I like the energy. I like the strength of it. It always has great insight for me. I always remember how powerful I am whenever I'm stuck in self-pity or whatever. Aww. So I've been really doing a lot more with my with my nutritional functional medicine work and my love of cells and combining the metaphysical part of my healing work with the more physical cellular, stuff together. And so the cards are talking about the nurturing part. And I've been really focusing on connecting to people lately. And so to just remind me of that I had that gift, that nurturing gift. And that there's, until I feel this is about looking for the beauty and seeing it whenever I get stuck in my muck. And then mastery. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to be going for my neurology diplomat, my functional neurology diplomat in chiropractic, which is the highest brain credential you can get in the natural medicine field because I love the brain. And so the mastery card is all about really diving deep into your work with passion and grace and grit sometimes, but that mastery. And so I feel like I'm getting to that level, that flow. So I'm really grateful for that. It's making me really enjoy my work a lot more. And people are, a lot of success with healing success with people. And watching them transform their lives too. Let's see. What about fear of people I'm having? I feel that if you, Shane, I feel like, let me put that on the thing. I used to have a lot of fear of people, so I can relate to this. And part of it is you going through the motions of connecting to people and just doing it. And so I used to, when I first went to 12-step meetings many years ago, I would be so afraid of people. I would just leave in the middle of the meeting. Like I had a great fear of people because I've been so hurt by so many people in my life, like deeply. And so I had to literally force myself to just talk to people for 5 minutes at a time, even like 3 minutes. I'd set my watch and say, all right, I'm going to stand here for 3 minutes and I'm going to leave. Or when it comes to, fear of people and love, I think the more that you can practice connecting to people socially, just people that you love in general, that you'll actually feel what it's like to connect spiritually from the heart to someone else. And that always fills the heart with great light, that type of connection. And so that can, I feel that if you go through the process of just reaching out to safe people and even doing little things like going to the beach to watch a sunset or have lunch or go to a movie with just somebody, just being around other people, I think will dissipate that fear. But it's in the doing of it. So that's, you have to get enough courage to actually do a little bit of it to feel that it's okay, if that makes sense, if that's helpful. Anybody else have a question or would like a card pulled? Let's see. I wish I had some good intuitive jokes. I think I'll have to, or psychic jokes. I'm gonna have to get better at some psychic jokes. I think that would be cute. I'm feeling a little tired lately. I've been doing a lot lately. I must admit, I've been on the go. Like I took a nap today for an hour. I was like out next to my old cat. I was tired. I've been just going. This is good going. I've been seeing a lot of people do a lot of cool stuff. Okay, what does Shane say? So I need to take my card of sun will help. I think that you have such a strong mind, Shane. And I think that serves you sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. And I think that you have a lot of goodness inside your heart, and that all you got to do is kind of get out into the light and let the light shine on you, if that makes sense. And so sometimes it will be forcing yourself out of the house. I know for me, especially during those years when I was severely depressed, it took everything I had to get out of that house. But every time I did, I always felt better. And so this might be a time of you pushing yourself out there and feeling, what does it feel like to even having the sunshine on your body? But most importantly, what is it like to be around people that really are good people? And you'll find that at church. Usually you find people like that in church communities, spiritual communities, 12-step meetings sometimes, things like that. So, but yes, shining the sun. And sometimes it's, streaming affirmations or songs. I have certain songs that I really love. And that has been helpful to kind of shift my consciousness away from dark thinking. Let's see. What else? Thank you. Yes, good, Shane. I'm glad. You're a good person, and I love you very much. You've been a good friend to me over the years, and you deserve people like that around you. Truly, truly. Let's see what else. This is one of my cushy pillows. I love cats, so everything around me is usually cat related. I don't have a name for him. Oh, they call him, who's Theodore? So this is baby Theodore. That's what my nieces call this little pillow guy. Because regular Theodore I have this like big pillow cat looking thing, and that's regular Theodore. So this guy is baby Theodore because he looks like a little baby, but he's cushy. He's extra comfy. Let's see. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. It literally is sometimes a minute by minute thing, Shane, and it really is in the effort of the try that is usually the most helpful. Is committing to the try. You don't have to succeed. You can always do it whatever for 5 minutes. But usually when you get to that 5 minute mark, you'll keep going, whatever it is. That's what I found throughout the years. I'm gonna play around with my Native American Oracle deck, minute by minute. Laura, I miss you, Laura. When are you gonna come visit me and have snacks with me? I miss you, Laura. Laura, you should meet Shane. I think you would really like each other, Laura and Shane. But yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. I called you today and you didn't call me back, Laura. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, call me back because I want to hang out with you soon. And I want you there on Sunday. I want you there on Sunday when I'm up there with my guitar because I'm nervous about it a little bit. So, how you doing, Laura? What you doing? You gonna tell me? Oh, I got a jumper. I got 3 jumpers. Let's see. Ooh, this is a cool card. You should, wait, you said have what with you? Snacks. Because usually you come over and I feed you snacks. That's what I said. So, look how cool this card is. Yeah, good. Oh, okay. Hi, Laura. I don't know you yet, but welcome. How did you find us here? Oh, Laura. But look, I thought that was such a cool card. And I was just out by the ocean yesterday. But look, I think you can turn it upside down even. These are that. What I find most interesting about this deck is that there's no pictures on the cards. Or I'm sorry, words on the cards. Usually they have words. And so, hi, Laura. Are you a local, or are you like close to St. Petersburg, or are you in another state? Oh, look at the little otter. Look at his little cute little face on this one. I love otters. I like that they hold hands when they're sleeping with each other. Facebook. All right. Well, Laura, would you like a card tonight? And look at this guy. Little beaver. Gulfport. Oh, lovely. Have you ever been to the Unity of Gulfport at the rec center on Sundays at 10:30? Are you a part of that community? We just started having Sunday celebration service. Oh, great. Lovely. Well, I'm singing this Sunday 2 songs. I'm at 2 Jewel songs. I'm playing my guitar and singing those 2 songs. I'm a little nervous about it. It's my second time in front of a church congregation. I'm very excited about it, but I am a little nervous. So I'd love you to come if you're around. Never been to service. It's a lovely service, and the group is very heart-based and very close in general. So if you ever feel guided and looking for spiritual community, and they do a lot of cool things, and they're going to be launching classes soon and all kinds of stuff. And so time and place. So 10:30 a.m. on Sundays, and the Gulfport Rec Center. So if you're looking at the casino, if you go right about half a mile, it's the last building along the beach where there's water. Besides the condos that are way over there. But it's the Gulfport Rec Center, and it's right next to the playground. And it's just, Claude is here. Hi, Claude. I'm glad you came. Thank you so much. Yes, and it's a lovely place. And the people are wonderful, but they're great. They have great music, and Reverend Kimberly is just phenomenal, and her heart is so big. Yay! Well, please come. If you come find me. So usually they announce me because I do the head prayer chaplain stuff and do chaplain stuff, and then I'll be singing up there. So I won't be hard to miss if you come, but come find me and let me know that you came. I'd love to welcome you and introduce you to some people. Yay! I'm glad. Wonderful. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, write either private, or you can write your email here and I'll get you put on the list, or you can private message me or add me as a friend or whatever you'd like. So, but welcome. We'd love to have you. All right. So Laura, would you like a card? Let's see. We have all different decks. We have Crystal Angel deck. We have Angel Therapy deck. We have a Goddess Power deck. We have Keepers of the Light deck. We have Angel Answers, which is kind of, yes. Okay. So which one would you like? Laura Dett, not my Laura that I've known for like ever. Okay. So let me put these away. Which one would you like, Laura? Do you want me to just pick you one? Pick you one that I feel guided to pull from. Angel deck. Which one? This one, the Angel Answers. This one. If that's not it, then tell me. Then remind me what it looked like or the colors. I just lost a card. 1 second. Okay. All right, Laura. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you came. Okay, so how this works is I have like a psychic movie screen on the front of my brain, and then I see numbers, and then whatever the numbers are on the deck that I'm holding, that's the sequence of the number I pull. So it's like 1 and 3 would be the first card or the third card. And so for you, I'm going to shuffle, and then we're going to pull some for you. Let's see. Yay. All right. Okay. Oh, I just lost it. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I'm saying 1, 8, and 9. So, you're welcome. So yes, so whatever question, Laura, that you're holding in your mind about anything, it's a yes. So that means do it. Whatever it is that you're guided to do, whatever it pops in your brain, and whatever you're wondering about, then it's a yes. That's what that card means. And then whatever it is, whatever the next step up thing that you're wanting to do in your life, you're ready to do it. Like do not doubt yourself. Don't slow yourself down. Just take action and do it. You're really ready. And so like don't let any thoughts of self-doubt slow you down or stop you. And this one is be assertive. Kind of step up and own who you are. Own what it is you really want to do in this lifetime and just do it. That's what and to be assertive and know that you're capable and that you're able and that it's yours to do here. Awesome. All right. Anything else? All right, Claude. For any of you that feel guided to donate, there's digital ways, or you're welcome to drop off a donation at the church on Sunday if you're there, or even if you're guided. So no, that's not required. All right, Claude, you have one? Let's see. Drive my own bus. That's right. That's right, Laura. Drive your own bus because it's yours to drive. Wonderful. I hope you come on Sunday. I'd love to see you. All right, Claude. Angels of Light. Let's see. Where? Oh, this one. All right. Keepers of the Light. I'm hoping this is the one that you meant. The light one. If I'm wrong, Claude, let me know. It was so good to see you, Claude, the other day. I hadn't seen you in years. I'm so excited I got to sit and talk with you. It was wonderful connecting with you. I missed you. We always have such real conversations, and they are such a gift to me in my life, Claude. And you're one of my closest people to my heart, and I will always be grateful to you. All right, so I see a 1, I see an 8, and a 16. 16. Oh, Shane said this is fun. Thank you, Doctor. Oh, thanks, Shane. I appreciate you and I love you, and I'm glad I got to talk to you today. All right, Claude. Ooh, it says I like the image on it. It says transcendence. And so when I touch this card, you really carry a lot of heart energy and spiritual energy just in your aura. And I was watching you interact with people yesterday, and there's such a goodness about you, Claude, really. It says, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. And so I feel like you have just a lot of gifts in a lot of different areas. But when I touch this card around like your next directions or what you're most meant to do next, they're just really, this is an emphasis of you going within and really connecting to the divine and the universe more and more to intuitively intuit. I like the word intuit your next steps. Because I feel like you're really gifted in a lot of areas and you could do a lot of different things in your life, Claude. But I really feel it's you getting real quiet inside and connecting to the divine energy and the tranquility. And I know you live in a beautiful nature area, but you really like clearing your mind and asking, like, show me what's next, and then being guided rather than thinking it or bulldozing it, if that makes sense. Because and that the more and more that you're able to kind of flow divine energy through your mind, the front part of your mind, and really stepping into the breath and doing that more and more. And in movement, like gentle yoga movements, I really feel that you'll absorb the higher vibration frequency of the divine energy through you and into your heart. So transcendence, I like that word. But that you'll almost like become the divine more and more, if that makes sense. All right, Claude, let's see the next one. It says life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I think you expressed interest in playing music. That's what they're showing me, is that the more that you find something that you're really passionate about, and I feel it has something to do with your creativity, because I know you do awesome work with your hands and fixing things and really aligning, physical structure and all that. And I know you're talented, and I know that has partly create like that deals with creativity, but I really feel it's something else. Intuitively, I feel it's something to do with music and you flowing the divine through another part of the creativity. That little guy's face is really unique. It's very intense. Then the third card. Hi, Leeming. All my good friends have shown up. Nancy Leeming, thank you so much for coming. We call each other by our last name, so Leeming. So I'm hoping you're coming on Sunday. If you're not there, I'm hunting you down. Know that. No kidding. Claude. So then it says, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So I know that you are such a great example of committing to doing the work. You always inspire me, Claude, with your commitment to personal evolution and self-actualization and healing stuff and committing to that process of sitting still with all the emotional processes. And you always inspire me as I commit to doing the same. And that card really is about, call in your ancestors. I feel you have a lot of very strong lineage of spiritual ancestors around you. And that, don't forget that. I think that also keeps you safe when you're traveling. But that that lineage, that spiritual lineage can be tapped into more. And so I really feel that the more that you're able to tap into that spiritual lineage or your spirit guides, and really being conscious of them there and asking for help, that you'll be helped more spiritually and you'll gain even more spiritual momentum. And so know that they're there watching out for you. And the more that you kind of learn more about your family history and stuff, I feel it'll energetically strengthen you in some way. And so I would totally encourage that more and more, but also to ask your spirit guides for more help. And also I feel anything around Native American spirituality, I think it would be extra energetically supportive. So anyway, blessings. I know you're traveling soon. I don't know if you've left yet or not, but I'm sending a lot of love. It was so good to see you the other day. And I can't wait to see you again soon. All right, Lehman, you want a card? Are you here still, or did you just jump on? Leeming, are you still here? Nancy Leeming. Are you gone? Would anybody like a card? Anybody that hasn't gotten one yet? Or would you like a second card from a different deck? Because we have some time. I'll be on for probably another 8 minutes or so. I think I'm going to pull a card. If nobody wants a card, I think I'm going to pull a card from the Native American Oracle deck. Hi, Laura. Do you want a card? Laura gets a card because I totally forgot her last time. Do you want to, Laura, do you want a card? Hi, Doc. Hi, Laura. When are you going to call me back? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we have angel answers. We have Native American Oracle cards. We have crystal angels. We have goddess power. We have angel therapy. Hi, Alina. Thank you for coming. I just had lunch with Alina today. Thank you for showing up. Would anybody like a card? Laura, would you like a card? Alina, would you like a card? Is your friend there? I'm excited that my friends came tonight. How wonderful. Who would like a card? Goddess, of course. That's so funny. All right, Laura. You are the divine Miss L. Yes, you are. I've known Laura for so long. Like, I think it had to been my late 20s I met Laura. That was like 15 years ago. And she's like my bro now. Sure, she's not, but all right, Alina, you're next. So, Laura. Okay, so I'm hearing 1 and 18. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, and then I hear 26. 25, 26. They're a little sticky because they're still new. All right. First card. The rattle. You ever think about like when it comes to American spirituality, they do a lot of ceremony around a fire, but they're together. And the message around this was that I feel like you need a tribe around you. Claude said that, one second, that he's camping in the woods right now. Let's see. Interesting those cards showed up. We touched on these things in our last conversation. Absolutely, we did. That's how it always is. So I'm glad, and I hope you're enjoying the woods. And it was so good to see you. My heart, it was so fulfilled after our conversation. So, Laura, this message around this card is that you need more community around you. You need people to dance around the fire with, to connect with. And I know, we should try to go find some, I don't know, some campfires and create community or something. But that, I feel like your heart needs more community. The drum. You have such presence, Laura. Like your heart, you've been my friend forever. And you have such presence of the heart. You really have a strong, grounded energy. And I know that, we all struggle with different things. But think about drumming, right? When you hit the drum, you're like one with the grounded energy of the universe, like the heartbeat of the universe. And I feel that you have a lot of really grounded energy in parts of your field. And to not forget that, like you have the ability to be extra grounded to the earth, to yourself. I'm not drinking enough water. Hold on a second. And then I feel like some type of instrument, but the drum even would help you get out of your head a little bit. Because I feel sometimes you get stuck in that place. I do too. So, but that it would be extra helpful if you incorporated other thoughts than your own, whether it be positive videos, whether it be just positive people, church, some type of community like a 12-step. The moon is the last card. And I said, when I pick up this card, I see you at the beach at night looking out over the water. I feel like you're just getting out, and it doesn't have to be fancy, but you just getting out of the house would be so good for your mind and heart. Because I feel like it would strengthen that part of you that energetically gets a little decreased when you're by yourself. And I think that would be really, really of great value to just your mind in general. And so anyway, I hope that's helpful, Laura. Call me later if you're up. You better come on Sunday is all I'm saying. I'm teasing, of course, but I would love you there on Sunday. I'm a little nervous. It's only my second time in front of the congregation. So, all right, Alina. So we got lots of different decks. We got Mystical Shaman Oracle. So let me know which one you'd like, or if you'd just like me to pick one for you. We have the Goddess Power deck. We have Crystal Angel deck. We have Native American Oracle card. That's my new deck. We have Angel Therapy. Oh, you're welcome, Laura. I love you. Whatever you feel called to pick. I think it's this deck over here. I didn't use this deck tonight. I love this deck, this Native Spirit Oracle deck, because it often, in the little book, so each of these cards often has tools that people in Native American kind of culture would use in some way, whether it be like the prayer stick or the talking stick or something like that. And so I really like reading about how they would use certain things, because it always gives a different perspective on community or communication or connection. All right. And I like the little soaring eagle. So I'm so excited I got to see Alina today and her beautiful new daughter. I was mesmerized about how magical she was and how beautiful they both were together. So, all right, dear. But I love the soaring, the energy of the soaring, because Alina is such an awesome metaphysical leader in our community. She does all this awesome yoga stuff and essential oil stuff, and she teaches all these great classes like pole dancing and using your body in different ways of connecting and flowing the divine through it. And she's one of my favorite people in our community. So I was super grateful to connect with her today. And we ate at Mama G's, and I had a wheatgrass pineapple smoothie with a little banana. Okay, so and I like the little rainbow, because I feel you naturally bring a lot of light, and think about the energy of a rainbow. That's you, Alina. You're the rainbow. That's how I feel. That's interesting that I was called to this deck for you. But yeah, you have even when you're not on your best days or when you're tired, and you do so much for your family, and it's so beautiful. But then you naturally have this gift of the heart and of joy. You have a gift of heart joy for people around you, even when it's not a good day. You know what I mean? You just naturally have that goodness, grace, and healing energy about you. All right, dear. So I see a 1. I see a 16. 2, 3, 4, 7. 2, 3. And 21 is your power cards. 2, 1. All right. All right, you got 4 tonight. I love these. I love the image. I never even noticed the rainbow. So these will forever be that rainbow is you. When I look at these cards. First one, Grandmother Earth. I love it. This is what you're like becoming, that like maternal spiritual leader. Like you have that energy. You know, you think of a grandma like the sage old spiritual grandma that like, you know, has so much love but wisdom. Like you're becoming that. You're not quite there yet because you're still like midlife. But that like that sage, like that brilliant healer, like that's who you're becoming into this role of spiritual leader, which, you know, this is like the next phase because you already are a spiritual leader in our community. But Grandmother Earth, what a beautiful image. Thank you, Alina. Oh, Alina means bright. How beautiful. I didn't know that. Grandfather Sky. How interesting, right? So, and that makes sense because even though you have all of this like very heart nurturing energy about you and this gift of healing people with your energy and heart, you also have this very grounded energy too, connected to the earth. And so that would make sense. So you have Grandfather Sky and Grandmother Earth. Isn't that awesome? I love it. That's you. That's so cool. Because think about it, the Grandfather Sky, when you look up into the sky, I love clouds. I have a very sacred relationship with clouds. And so that makes sense because Grandfather Sky, when I look up into the sky, it's not really maternal based. It has a little bit of a father. Yeah, that makes sense. Haha, I know, right? Answering the call. So I ask you, what is next for your healing work? Because I feel like the universe is going to pull you in a slightly different direction. I know you're doing a lot with Mommy Land right now, or Mommyhood, which that's a whole different hood, right? I watch you. I was like marveling at it. I can't imagine. But I feel that there's going to be an opportunity that comes up where the universe is going to ask you to have you step out of your comfort zone and step up even more into spiritual leadership or like metaphysical healing leadership, like where you're doing something slightly different. It's a little, maybe it calls you to step into your courage of self. But when that opportunity comes, do it, because the image you're showing me is like the energy of joy flowing up into your heart and out of you. Like you're so happy doing whatever it is that's coming. So if there's an opportunity that comes, that's awesome. Okay. So she just started a brand new healing business. So yes, open for any and all opportunities. Like I feel they're going to come. They're going to be a little bit scary, but do them anyway. Because I feel that's going to really bring you great joy. Spirit of the earth. And so do you see this card? The shining of the sun in the background. So when I touched this card for you, I saw you almost like in that image, but you're like walking quietly, looking out over the scenery, and you're like, the message around it was that do not forget to, even if it's just for 3 minutes or 5 minutes a day, to get outside, connect to the earth energy that's there, and ask source, like just connect to the vibration of source around you in nature and clear your mind and then see what information comes. And it's just like, they're saying that it's in those moments that you're going to gain such great valuable insight for your next steps, for additional healing, for guidance, like that it's in those moments that like tremendous insight will come, even if it's just a few moments a day. And that it's almost how you recharge your spiritual batteries and your spiritual aura and self is even like clearing your mind, stepping up, feeling the vibration of nature and outside in general nature, and actually like flowing that vibration through you to recharge. Even like I said, 3 minutes, but make sure to do it. I see you doing it in the morning, almost like a ritual. I know you have a lot of littles around you. That might not be easy, but that would be greatly helpful. Yay. I'm so glad you're starting a new healing business. You do such awesome healing work out in the community. So anybody else, does anybody have a question or anything they would like to ask or a card to pull? Leeming, are you still here? I think she's gone. I'll have to call her later. Anybody else? I'm going to be heading off then if I don't hear anything else. And so I'm so glad all my favorite people came. How wonderful. If anybody feels guided to donate, unityofgulfport@gmail.com, and Venmo is @unityofgulfport. And so anyway, so lovely to spend this hour with you. I'm sending a lot of heart energy, a lot of love, a lot of light. If anybody feels guided to come to Unity of Gulfport Sunday celebration service on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at the Gulfport Recreation Center, I am playing and singing 2 songs. So I'm a little nervous, so I love my favorite people there. But if not, think of me on Sunday morning, because I'm trying not to get nervous, because if I get nervous, I forget everything. So anyway, much love, blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.